Okay, we are trying this again because I don't know what's going on with my internet. Today is Thursday, social media tips with Christina. If you're dropping, drop a one if you're here all the time with me. Drop a two if you are someone who's new, who's found me. Thank you for being here. So on Thursdays, I like to go live and share social media tips with my audience. So if you're in social selling, this message is for you today. And I titled my video, A Few Truths in Your Online Biz You May Not Want to Hear. So I'm going to hit Instagram um, on live so then I can go live on Instagram and then we'll get started. But I don't know why my Wi Fi is always so crazy. Okay, hey Instagram. Okay, so today we're going live on some truths you may not want to hear from regarding your online business. So if you're a social seller in the online space, network marketer, direct seller, this message may be for you. So this inspiration from this video really came from Bob Heilig. I don't know how to say his last name, but he is in the online space and he goes live every morning. And I used to watch him a long time ago. Then I started rewatching him and he just talked about a few things that I thought maybe would be important. So I wanted to just talk about how we present ourselves in the online space. So I'm Christina Torres. Thank you for being here. If you're on YouTube, please like the video and subscribe to the channel when you find me there. So, three things I have three tips on how we can be really better in our online business when we show up for our audience in and how we can do that. So I was thinking like this might affect who interacts with your post when we do certain things, who comments on your post, maybe lack of engagement with your content when you may do these certain things. So one thing that I want to share here, and I knew I should have wrote it down because I had it all in my head, was obviously saying the truth, like telling the truth about where you really are in your online space, in your journey of your, I guess your progress, I guess is what I mean. Your the truth of where you really are, not to try to pretend where you may be or um, really just being fake. You really want to be authentic to your audience and really share the truth about where you are, where you stand. And then when I first started, I used to think like, I don't want to talk like I work still and then do a business. So I kind of talked, I never brought up my job, really. I never brought it up. I just only talked about social media tips. This is when I first started. And then when I started learning things, I thought this is good for you to show that you do have a career that you enjoy. And I also work in the online space because it's a passion of mine to do. So that connection came later. So if it hasn't came for you, be who you are. Okay, so be your true self and show that to your audience. Why? How you can do that is sharing your. So my second tip is. First step is being true to yourself, really, and then to your audience. And the second tip of how you can do that is to tell your journey. So tell your journey, your story, where you began in the online space, what progress you've had, what struggles you had, and sharing to your audience. And this is not always easy. I feel this way. Some people always people come and go in this space, and they just give up because maybe they wanted higher expectations of what they gave themselves or something like that. I don't know. So telling that journey, you're going to have a better connection with your audience. And I think that when you become more vulnerable, your audience relates to you. Now, I don't mean vulnerable as in, oh my God, tell your whole baggage, your whole garbage. Um, be selective of what you share and how you share it, but also be vulnerable in that moment of saying what has happened and how you moved forward. So you want to be a storyteller within your products because sometimes people say like, well, don't talk about your products, Christina. Well, you shouldn't be talking about your products, is what I hear a lot of people say. But I feel you can talk about your products when you're giving that story, the direction of the story of that product, how it helped you. Maybe it helped you boost your confidence. Maybe you got clearer skin that boosted your confidence. Whatever that story is, tell that. And when you go live about your products, you can do it in a way where you're showing your products, explaining how it helped you, or perhaps you are getting ready. Maybe you do protein shakes and you're making a shake in the morning. You're not talking about the shake, you're talking about maybe giving some tips of why you need a protein shake, what kind of protein you can intake throughout the day. Obviously, one tip would be your protein shake and other things besides your product. showing how to make something, getting ready, and maybe you do jewelry, maybe you do makeup and putting it on, but giving tips about how to prepare yourself. Like so many women are so busy to get themselves ready in the morning. They have kids and running to daycare, running to schools, and then getting to work. And so you can share how you can get ready every day and still make it on the door on time, and however that may be for you. No, trust me. I remember the days when my daughter was younger and my son having to get ready and getting stuff ready. But I've always shared how to do that. Like on really fast here is we'd get our stuff ready at night. So I would get our stuff ready at night, our lunches, the clothes, the outfits. I would lay out my jewelry. Even now, as just taking care of me because the kids are older. They are, one's in college, one works. So I don't have to I just worry about myself, but I still get my outfit out at night. I still figure out what jewelry I'm going to wear because it saves me time in the morning. So perhaps you're doing that and you're doing your makeup. You are, you're putting your jewelry on, so you're helping someone. So think about your storytelling in a journey of your journey and sharing it as a storyteller. So my third tip is, of course, I had it all in my head and I'm like, okay, yeah, and I don't remember my third tip on top of my head, so I'm going to write it down and see if I retrieve my memory, because I was like, the truth of where you really are, your journey. And oh my gosh, you guys, I don't even remember my third one. If it comes to me, I will definitely put it here in my comments because I'm like, I don't need to write it down. I know what I'm saying. Sometimes I take notes, but this one came from just really being me. But another tip I will talk that I just didn't write it down, but another thing on top of my head is I know I'm guilty of it in maybe more, I don't know, like the way I post like on certain products. So when you are posting about your products, one thing that I just want to share is, are you giving value about your post? Are you giving value and showing value? Now, sharing your journey or sharing how it helped you, that's definitely fine. Um, but I think what sometimes I see a lot, and I don't know, like I used to think maybe it was okay on Instagram, but I don't think so anymore because I'm trying to learn more about Instagram. Like that's not my jam. Sorry, Instagram. But when you post or when you go live or do a reel, and if you're constantly saying it's a sell, or comment below for you to get, I don't know. Hey, Jean, how are you? Thanks for watching live with me. How do I say this? Like, and instead of saying in your comments, okay, so when you're ending that video, the reel, your post, so maybe this was what I was going to say, I don't remember, but a call to action. So instead of saying message me for the sale or shop and link in bio, and you're putting your link everywhere, um, or saying, so kind of like trying to be like an advertisement, really, like when you use words. So one thing I learned from Bob that I'll share is he says, say something like, when you're showing you whatever it is you're showing, your call to action can be, um, if you have any questions, you can find me in Messenger, find me in the DMs, and let's have a conversation. Or any questions, my DMs are open. You want to take whatever concern they have or what questions they have into the DMs. Because I know I'm guilty. Like I would always say, like, shop for link in bio, or savings link in bio, or say color match for color match, So I'm learning. I used to think like that was okay. And I'm not saying you have to do this. This is like what I'm learning. But perhaps when you give that value and we're showing up giving that value, we are sharing our experiences, sharing our journey. My friends text me, and we are really being truthful in what we're saying. Then you're learning people in to learn more about you, and they're getting to know you, that they may feel more comfortable when you say, hey, if you have any questions, find me in my DMs. Any questions, my DMs are always open. Any questions, we can continue the conversation with the DMs. So something like that. So I think that's where I'm going to leave it, is like giving your true self and being authentic and sharing the real you. Don't try to be anyone else, because only one of you. Sharing your journey, and then when you how to make that connection. Well, you're not saying, sometimes people say, well, don't always show your product. Your product shouldn't be, I believe you can do what you want, it's your business, but Your product shouldn't be your content when you look at your Facebook or your Instagram shouldn't just always be product, okay? Product, product, product. Try to change that around and what you are showing. Instagram is going back to more of the images. Yes, they're still using reels, but they're kind of being more like we're a photo platform, right? So you can still do that, is what I'm saying, but just really have a better way or think of other ways that you can have people connect with you. And I was really guilty, like I said, link in bio. Like do have a few free PDFs. I don't think anything's wrong with that, but someone might be too shy to comment because they don't want anyone to know they commented on your post or your video. But perhaps if you're saying I'm open to talk, if they've been watching you, they feel comfortable, they feel like they know you because they're getting to know you through your videos. They may be comfortable to go in your DMs and ask you whatever they may ask. Okay. I know how I met a lot of people through this social media platform is going to people's messengers. Like one of my good friends now is Carmen. I will take her for an example. I just knew Carmen through the online space, didn't know anything about her. We weren't like friends, just kind of knowing each other through Facebook. And a few years back, she was sharing a vitamin about energy, and I always struggle with energy. And she wasn't spammy about it. She just talked about how this energy vitamin helped her and how she was no longer tired and all this stuff. And I was like, gosh, I need to know about what this vitamin is. I never really talked to Carmen in Messenger, like we would comment on each other's posts. So I wasn't scared and I went into her messenger and asked her, like, can you tell me a little bit more about what you're showing about your energy? From there, the conversation just went. From there, other things happened. Like I became a customer. Um, I became part of this community, like what they used groups through Facebook. I actually was able to meet Carmen once in real life because we live in different states. So you never know what kind of connection you're going to make on somebody when you show your value of what you have to someone, for them to feel comfortable to go to your messenger, go to your DM, versus just always trying to be a seller. Because yes, you may be in social selling, just like me. I'm in social selling, but we're not just sellers. We are people. We're here to make connections. We're here to be social. And that's what I know for me, I'm going to be honest, like I am good. People have said in the past, Christina, you show up every day and like I have my content now. Facebook is my jam, people. Okay. I'm on Facebook every day. You will see me. Instagram, I think I posted something earlier, didn't like it. I deleted it and I forgot to post yesterday, but it is what it is. But Facebook's my jam. This is where I show up. And I do that because that is what I like to do. And I planned. And where was I going with this, Christina? I crack myself up sometimes. I don't know. I lost my train of thought. When I get so excited, and then I just go on and on. I just forgot. But what I thought I don't know, guys. Oh my God. Next time, I will promise. I thought I had it all up here that I didn't write it down. And yeah. But my whole point is be social. That is what these platforms are for. Oh, I know what I was going to say. Squirrel. I'm not always comfortable to go to people's DMs to make connections, like to talk to people. Like I just feel like, oh, you get kind of nervous. But I think one approach that you can do is when you're truly looking at someone's feed, Facebook or Instagram, and what they're about and what posts they're showing, what they're sharing about their family, what do you have something that's relatable to them to make a true comment or be sincere about what you want to share with them. And then perhaps as you warm up through comments, then you can get into their DMs and get to know them. When you're getting to know people and talk to them, when you could be like a Carmen showing this energy vitamin that she was sharing that I needed, then they may say, you know what, I watch Christina, I comment with her on her post. She's showing an energy vitamin, which I don't. I'm just like my example. And I want to ask her, I feel comfortable asking her. So think about when you're posting, what approach can you use in your content to get someone to be comfortable? What value am I giving? Is this valuable to everyone who might need this message? And am I not being a spammer when I'm giving my journey and my truth of what I'm talking about, for them to feel comfortable to find you in Messenger or the DMs on Instagram? So I hope that helps you guys. I gotta get out here, go meet my sister right now. But Thursdays, God willing, I go live and give in social media tips. I have a whole YouTube channel that is various topics on different social media tips where I load a video every other week. If you're not there, the links for my YouTube channel are in my bio. All I have. Take care. God bless. If you have any questions, let me know below and comment there, and I will love to connect with you. I wanted to let you guys know that also one thing before I go, I'm in the process of creating a project. I want to make a course. Okay. I've always wanted to do that. So I am trying to connect with social sellers and what kind of course would you want to learn about? So I have been putting some polls in my stories. Not today, I didn't. It's been busy, but I had it the other day, and then I have gotten some people within my group over on Facebook responding to what kind of struggles I have. So if you're a social seller, if you would like to let me know any struggles you may have or what you wish you knew before you started, I would love to connect with you. And if you would be open to having a conversation through Zoom or here, whatever platform you use, I would love to connect with you. So if that is an interest, let me know. So bye, Facebook. I am out of here. Peace out, Facebook.